Hey everybody, and welcome to Old Roommates. Today on the show, we are going to revisit 2 music videos from Cyndi Lauper. So grab your girlfriends and get ready to have some fun.
Welcome back to Old Roommates, the only podcast who revisits pop culture. Wait. The only podcast
that revisits
pop culture through a middle-aged lens. I don't know why I just went blank
Christina's
on there.
new.
Sorry, my first podcast. So hi, it's Christina.
And Brian.
And we're back.
And I'm excited for this because
I
I really am. Because it's like the past times we've done the videos, we've done like 2 different videos, different artists and all that. And this time we're focusing on someone, a very iconic, lady of the 80s, Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
And
you can't think of the 80s without thinking about Cyndi.
Absolutely. What were your thoughts then on Cyndi?
I really liked Cyndi. I thought she was super unique and fun and didn't take herself too seriously. I loved her songs. Her songs were always just really cool, and they were light, but also always had like a great sort of hidden meaning to it. You know, like it's just really just.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite Cyndi Lauper song? I mean, honestly, I loved True Colors. I thought True Colors was always a beautiful, beautiful song. Time After Time, I always loved. And I mean, who doesn't love Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Like, you just, you play it and you just like bop along with it. Like, it's just a fun, easy song.
Yeah.
So, I mean, truth be told, so I never had a Cyndi Lauper, like, CD or anything.
Wow.
But in my defense, so when I was, back in the 80s, I very rarely did I buy a CD. It was always either a mix, like a CD. Well, I'm saying CD,
Cassette,
but we're talking about tapes here. We all know that. But I would get either what I really liked was like soundtracks. So I would buy soundtracks, or I would buy, like they had like funky favorites, or
the compilations.
Yeah, the compilations. Or more often than not, I would just tape the songs off of the radio. So I would have my own mixtapes. So it wasn't often that I even needed to go out and buy a CD or a tape from any one particular artist.
Yeah, it's so funny to think about like having to like taping songs off the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd get so annoyed when like the DJ would talk through the beginning or something. It's like, oh, come on, shut up.
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Probably.
To like prevent like, pirating or whatever.
But or you'd hear it and all of a sudden you'd like, oh my god, there it is, and then like you'd miss like the beginning of it because you've just been dying to tape the song. Yeah. I remember actually taping for like hours straight just to get a particular song.
What song? Do you remember the song?
I don't remember. But on several occasions it happened. Yeah. But just like I'm just gonna tape it for 2 hours and then I'd listen to the tape and see if I got it. Yeah, it was just.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so wise.
So
I think so for Cyndi Lauper with me, I was just in love with her. I loved Cyndi Lauper, and I loved that she's so unusual. Cassette tape, I played it endlessly. And I loved, she does the Prince cover of When You Were Mine. I loved that song. That song is actually still a song that's in my regular Spotify mix. When You Were Mine. It's a great cover. I mean, God, even She Bop. I mean, like, there's so many.
I forgot about She Bop. She Bop was so fun.
Off of the Night, I think, is one of my favorite Cyndi Lauper songs. But, I mean, that album was incredible. There's so many hits, and but even beyond that, she's had a lot of great music, and I think I've seen her 3 or 4 times. She opens, so when Cher does the East Coast like concerts back in the 2000s, Cyndi opened for her.
No kidding.
On the West Coast, Pat Benatar opens for her. So all that to say, I've seen Cyndi Lauper a few times in concert. Really, she's amazing in concert, and she like.
I bet she is.
She goes right into the audience.
I bet she's so personable. I like her as an actress too. Actually, she's been in a few things where she's had like bit parts of an actress of some sort of role. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I feel like Mad About You or something like that.
That's right. That's
there was like someone.
Well, so we can dive into the videos. Do you want to start with Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
Yeah, sure. Okay. That sounds great.
So, because you mentioned the acting, she's so funny. She is like, and so Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So I remember when I like watched it then, I liked it. Watching it now, and I hadn't seen it in probably 30 years, I guess is fair to say. Maybe, I don't know, 25 years. But this video is pure joy and happiness.
It really
so
is.
Much fun.
So
She's
much
having
fun.
A blast. I just wrote in the beginning, like, her movements down the street are just joy. Like, she is so fun to watch, and her physicality is out of control. Like, she's having a blast.
That's what I wrote, too. It's like over the top and out of control.
Yeah.
But in a controlled way.
Oh, it's very deliberate.
It is
choices.
so Cyndi Lauper. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, that is really what I love about her. She is so unapologetic of who she is.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is how I dance. This is how I sing. This is what I dress like.
And the spinning is done really well. And I say, do you remember when she encounters the dog, the guy walking the dog?
Yes.
She does this like weird thing with her hand and her hat. She's such an original. And it meant, I think, less to me then, even though she was this like sort of, enigma. But now it's like, she really was out there. I mean, she just was so interesting and such an entertainer and such a, I don't even know, just joy. I have the word joy down like 4 times in my notes.
I think I have fun down about 4 times.
But I love the, so really funny, I don't think I noticed this then, but so her real life mother plays her mother, which I think is pretty common knowledge. But what I definitely missed the first time is when she walks in the kitchen, when Cyndi Lauper walks in the kitchen in the beginning, the mother is cracking eggs.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice that when Cyndi Lauper kisses her and like starts dancing through the kitchen, her mother is kind of has like this like moment where she's like, "Oh my God," and she like hits her chest.
Oh, and she has an egg in
her hand.
Right. You know what's so funny? I missed it this time, but I do remember it from.
Oh my God!
Years ago.
I missed it then.
That's so funny.
Now,
yeah. Yes, that's so funny. Yeah.
And the cereal box tips over unprovoked. I was like, wait a minute, that cereal box just fell over. Well, I think someone pulled a string.
Oh, you think so?
I think it's real. I think it's like...
I don't know about that.
Oh, really?
I mean, I feel like the video itself, for what it was, I mean, I feel like it was pretty low budget.
Yes, $35,000.
Yeah. So I feel like things like the box tipping over is not going to be, like, fixed. I feel like it just happened and, like, oh, let's just leave it in.
I don't know. It fell over, like... by a ghost. I mean, you have to rewatch it. It's like it just kind of tips over for no reason. I think it's just to kind of add to the calamity. Mm-hmm. I loved her facial expressions when her dad's yelling at her, Lou Albano and or Albano or however you pronounce it. Captain Lou, the wrestler. And I will say the little bits of the girls, when they're talking on the phone, one girl's eating food, one girl's in the shower, and then the girl that's talking on the phone with her wine, she's spilling the wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so good. It's so real. It's so great. So she purposely hired actresses that weren't your typical model. She purposely went out looking for people who were real looking, so a little heavier and different ethnicities. And
so I researched that too. They're people that were secretaries and stuff.
Yeah, just
that
like
worked
normal...
like in the music department. That they were just like not exactly you were saying, like not models and all that.
Right, yeah. And she did that intentionally. I think she did that throughout all of her videos.
They also volunteered. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
they
that. They
volunteered. So she talked to them. They were excited. And they're like, oh, yeah. And she's like, we're looking for volunteers for my video.
Yeah, because actually when I was looking at it, I'm like, I wonder if these are really like her friends. Because it was glaring that they're not like professional.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But they were all game.
But good. In a
they
good
were
way.
all game. Absolutely. They were all excited. And
they were fun. They were just having fun. They were girls having fun.
Absolutely. I think there is something to be said for like the joy of performance. We talked about... Dire Straits in a previous episode and how they're just like their live concert footage is just bad.
Yeah.
And I think like it's the opposite with Cyndi. She's having such a fun time and you have fun because she's having fun.
Yeah, you want to know her. You want to be there with her dancing in the streets.
Absolutely. It is that fun. And then it reminded me of something else when they go into her bedroom for the party.
Oh, yes.
The one-room party. That's the party I would go to. We talked with the Beastie Boys
right,
some time ago.
Boys, right.
And I was like, that's like a bad party. It's like they're just throwing pies at each other and getting drunk and spilling things everywhere. And it's like, that's not really a party. That's like just awful. But that's a party I would go to. I would go to Cyndi Lauper's bedroom party.
Definitely. Me too. Me too.
What were your take? I was just talked a lot. What was
it's fine. No, I felt the same way. I felt like she was completely joyful throughout. I loved her movements. I loved the street scenes. So I know that there were some scenes where the girls are sitting in like a square, like I guess it's like a 4x4 or 3x3 square or something, where they're like moving back and forth or side by side. And I felt like that was cute at first, but it was way too much of that. Did you agree with that?
That's my one critique. Too much of it.
Too much. Like, okay, it was cute at first.
Yeah.
Great. And then it just kept happening and happening. And I'm like, no, cut back to dancing on the streets. Like, cut back to Cyndi. So I don't know why it was so long.
So much,
and maybe maybe that's how they did things back then a little bit more with the longer scenes.
Yeah.
Like in the movies, those scenes were a lot longer in the 80s and the 90s. But in any case, I felt like that was just too much. I wanted to get more of Cyndi. You know, and I mean, when you think about it, like I said before, it's a low budget video. There's really not much to it, but it's so entertaining.
Oh my God!
And she's just hilarious.
Yeah.
You just want to know her. And I mean, I feel like I didn't think this when she first came out, but I really feel like there's such a beauty to her.
Yeah,
she's such a weird, unique face, but it's so beautiful too.
She is beautiful. I agree with you. I know exactly what you're saying, and there is something because I think she was not thought of as a sex symbol by any stretch.
No.
And I was like, wow, she actually she is pretty.
I do think she got prettier as she got older too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think I will say this video in terms of some history won MTV's Video Music Award for Best Female Video in 1984.
And did you know that was the first year of the MTV Video Awards?
Here you go again.
It was 1984.
That was the very first one?
The very first one.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Also, MTV. Again, I always get a little wary. MTV,
my facts?
Of your facts. Of some of your facts.
You better
only because sometimes you'll say, like, I think it was the first time this was ever done.
And I'll say, I think, but this is a fact. Look it up.
All right, I'll look it up. Then the other thing is MTV, the 100 greatest videos ever made. This is in 1999. They did this special. This one was number 58. Wow. I think it deserves to be there. It's
absolutely.
You do not need a lot of money to make a great friggin' music video.
Right. And we actually talk a lot about whether we liked, whether the video made the song or the song made the video or whatever, if they stand alone separately. I love the song and the video equally.
I think they stand alone too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're both great. And Rolling Stone, I think some years ago, did 100 top music videos. This is I think a relatively recent thing, and this lands at number 22.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty high up. I just think it's just girls just want to have fun. Girls just have fun.
It's iconic. It was one of the first female anthems. It was like
of the 80s.
Of the 80s.
Yeah.
Of just, just we are women, hear us roar kind of anthems.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of those things.
I think for 80s there wasn't a lot of probably like songs like that necessarily. But also it's like, what is it really saying? It's just saying like, yeah, we're going to do what we want. We're going to have fun. We want to be as defiant as the boys. So if you're going to have and actually Beastie Boys would be 2 years after this with Fight for Right to Party and all that. But it's like she was clearly responding to something. I think the song was like a response to guys just like rocking and rolling and doing whatever they want, having all these trampy, these girls.
Tramp is not a bad word.
These trampy people in their videos, like dancing on cars and stuff, and or just whatever. And I think what she's saying is like, hey, we're gonna have our fun too. And
that's right.
So I think that it all works. I really liked it.
Works. And she was a fashion icon too. She started a lot of that movement.
And when you watch it, pay attention to the cereal box in the kitchen.
I think I'm going to rewatch it and I'm going to look at that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
No, I think that's I think
it's just
that's all
an A+.
I have. It's an A+, for
A+.
sure.
But now we're going to take a little quick break.
Yep.
And we're going to come back and talk about Time After Time.
No, we're not. We're talking about True Colors.
No, Christina, Time After Time.
All right, we'll be right back.
No.
We'll be back.
No.
Hey there, it's Brian and Christina. We just wanted to take this break to thank you for listening to Old Roommates, the only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged lens. Please subscribe to Old Roommates on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. And give us a rating or review while you're there.
And if you have any questions, comments, or observations, shoot us an email at oldroommatespod@gmail.com. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Old Roommates. Thanks for listening, and now, back to the show.
We are back.
And I
have
messed up,
Yeah.
but we corrected it.
It has been corrected. Thank goodness it's a 3.5-minute video and not a
movie.
full
We
movie.
wouldn't have made that mistake.
No, we would. I would not have made that mistake for sure.
I wouldn't have made it either. So I messed up. I thought we were going to do Time After Time. And instead, we had agreed to do True Colors. I didn't. Right, that's not in my notes. It's in our text messages, so I apologize. I apologize to the listeners. But what we did on the break is I watched True Colors.
Yes, just now we watched. He watched it. So, what do you think? So, what'd you think back then?
I'll be honest. I didn't interrupt earlier when you said that you love True Colors, one of your favorite Cyndi Lauper songs.
Yep.
It's not one of mine, and it's unfortunate because she has a whole actionable organization, a charity called True Colors, which is all about helping LGBT children, and so on and so forth. And that song was never a favorite.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Was never a favorite of mine. Do you want to make sure?
No, it is.
Okay.
It's fine.
Was never a favorite of mine. I think it was just too long. And I know it's only 4 minutes, but it was like, it's just sort of one note for me. And I don't know, it's a little maudlin. I think like around like that time, I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but like, there were certain songs that I was just like, they're just like slow and depressing. So that's my relationship to True Colors. I'm not a fan of that song. How about you? You clearly liked the song.
I liked it, yeah. I mean, I liked it.
And the video was weird, too.
I liked it back then, and I think that one of the reasons why I liked it is that it showed a different side of Cyndi. And I could be wrong, but in my memory, it was her first sort of serious, slow song. But when was Time After Time? Was that before it or after it? I feel like it was after.
That was
way before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Time After Time is on the She's So Unusual album. I mean, it was all in one album, but True Colors, whether I think her
That was in 86.
So that's after. So this, I think it's 85 was She's So Unusual. I'm pretty sure, but I can look it up.
No, it was 84.
Oh, 84.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's right, 84. So, but yeah, it was before.
Okay.
So True Colors.
So anyway, that's the memory I have, is that maybe like that it was just showed a more serious side to Cyndi, and I liked the song itself. Mm-hmm. So this was one of those songs that I liked the song better than the video.
Okay.
But I just liked what it had to say, and I guess I could relate to it a little bit better.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's about being like yourself and just being, who you want to be, and not worry about what other people are thinking. You just have to be true to yourself. And I like that message a lot.
I mean, it's not, the tone's very different, but it's not so dissimilar of a message than Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is like just being you, doing your own thing, living your wild life, having fun, not caring what other people say or even what your parents say. So it's interesting that I think True Colors, it's, I like the message, not a fan of the song. And if we're jumping into the video, I will say this. I think Cyndi Lauper is absolutely beautiful in this video.
She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous in this video. And yet, little of it made sense to me. And I consider myself, like, I can appreciate art.
Sure.
And abstractions.
It's,
but
all abstract.
It's just all abstract.
Yeah, it is
and
all
it's
abstract.
like, such a thoughtful song. The girls, that little girl's introduced with the two big front teeth.
Oh, yes.
With sort of different colored hair. She's introduced and then never seen again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like things are just dropped. Like, there's no real, like, her mom's in the boat. You know,
right.
There goes that.
Again, I was not a big fan of the video. And I think because of that, I felt like I always had a problem with videos who just did things just to do them and didn't really relate back to the song much. And this was one of those examples where I think that she was experimenting with things and she's like, oh, I bet this would be kind of cool to do. And, oh, I bet this would look fun. Or, you know, interesting. But it didn't relate to any, like, the scene before. And it didn't relate to the song.
Yeah. Well, even to that point, like, there's a very, like, sort of, I don't remember the actual lyric, but it introduces this, like, somber lyric. And she's wearing this, like, crazy-ass chandelier headdress.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
And she answers the shell like a goofball. But the song is sad.
Things
and it's
like that.
It's like, I don't get that choice.
It's like she's trying to just do things that's weird.
Yeah, she's
It's
trying...
like, I just want to do this weird thing, like wear a chandelier on my head and answer a seashell.
She wants to answer a shell.
And call it art.
That's right.
You know?
And you know what? And it is, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, it just doesn't match.
It doesn't match with the song.
Not at all.
Two things I did like is her newspaper dress. Did you remember that?
Love it.
Oh, you just saw it 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I remember. It would be scary. I was like, huh?
But it was so, like, that was a cool look.
Yeah.
I liked that look. And then the other thing
It reminded me of a bunch of CVS receipts.
Oh.
Because it's very long. Like, there's like, because they're like, is it, like, at first, is it newspaper or is it like...
It could be receipts.
Receipts
It reminded me of
coupons.
paper mache before you like put the paper mache stuff on it.
Yeah, it's cool though.
It is very cool. And the other part that I actually remembered really well about the video was looking at her reflection in the water.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was kind of fun and cool.
There are a lot of pretty scenes in this. I agree. Like, I do like that part. I mean, I think it's hard to look gorgeous in a troll's hairstyle.
Yes.
Like, she has that craziness. There's even something interesting about, like, the girl who finds the black flower in the sand. Like, it just doesn't see anything through.
It almost reminds me of when you're looking at a video from a movie and it's just like, here's a clip. And here's another clip. And here's another clip.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And they're pretty fragmented, but I mean, it's from the same movie, so it's not super different. But it's just sort of, here's a scene, and here's another scene.
Yeah.
And here's another scene.
Yeah.
But it's not from a movie.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of the video itself. And the drums at the end, again, I kind of liked it, but it didn't fit.
Interesting.
Do
you like it in the song? Because it's a
I remember
choice.
not liking it.
Yeah.
I remember not liking it. I liked it a little bit better this time, maybe because I knew to expect it.
Yeah. It didn't bother me. I'll tell you, in concert, when she did a concert, just her and Boy George, this is actually not very long ago, it's like maybe 5 years ago, she did the True Colors, and she brought a drum out, and she did that drum thing on her own, and it was actually very pretty, and I felt in the minority. So I was like, wow, Mike, people love this song, and it just never grabbed me.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So I said in the earlier moment that the videos would show, like, I said tramps dancing on cars, and she dances on a car.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, the car that's stuck in the sand. But I don't know. So this is not. I just. I appreciated what it was, like, all the inventiveness. It just didn't ladder up to the song in any real way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Not a big fan.
Is that it?
I guess that's it. I did have one more thing to say about Cyndi Lauper, though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And, you know what? I looked it up earlier, and now it's gone. Did you know she is in a commercial?
Yes, for the skin.
The skin stuff.
Psoriasis.
So yes. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to be like a commercial, but it's for a skin condition thing. And I have to say, like, I was really impressed that she did that commercial because she's not doing it as Cyndi Lauper. You realize that, right? She's not like, this is Cyndi Lauper. She was just one of the faces who said, you know, like they have like all these little testimonials. Right, yeah. It's like a bunch of like quote regular people. Yeah. And she's just one of the regular people. And she didn't promote it as, I'm Cyndi Lauper and this is what I use. Yeah. But she was featured. And I just thought that was so cool for her to do that. Like, obviously, we know who she is because she is so famous. But it was, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that too.
If I had a problem with skin, I would probably do that because of her testimony.
I mean, randomly, I will also say she was really great on Celebrity Apprentice in her season.
Oh, right, yes.
She was great. She was great. And I think people underestimated her.
Yes.
But she has one funny scene where it's like, and I really laughed when she did it, but she said she wanted to say, don't throw me under the bus. Mm-hmm. And she was like, and you're trying to throw me under the train tracks? And I was like, she's like, but I think people just kind of assume she's so like, she's like kind of daffy, but she was pretty good on the show. Yeah.
She made it pretty far, I think.
So here's the moment that sometimes we love it and sometimes we dread it.
I think we know.
It's a tough choice.
I mean, this isn't even a choice.
No. I think, and I will say, spoiler alert, so I looked at Time After Time, and I have a pros and cons and a pluses and all this kind of thing. I think, actually, Time After Time is more ambitious, even than True Colors. It really tried to tell a very complete story and had its own sort of challenges. And even against Time After Time, my choice would still be Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
For sure.
It's such a good video.
Iconic. Amazing, fun,
fashionable,
and it just
lively.
You know, and you don't have to have a big budget to do it. Like it just
and you don't have to have a big,
just pure joy, fun video.
You don't have to have a big room to have a big party,
and you really don't. Or violence.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, it was
or pies.
Or pies. So good times. We love Cyndi Lauper.
Yes, and I'm interested to see So I feel like other people might like True Colors more than us. And I'm really curious to see what the video poll will show.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I will say, when I've seen her in concert and she's done True Colors, I'm telling you, the groundswell of emotion. I think I would not be surprised if this song brings people to tears when they hear it. It just misses me for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, same here.
Not my thing. But anyway.
Right. Well, I'm sorry. I love the song. I'm not gonna like.
Oh no,
the video
I'm not.
I don't like.
Yes. That's right. I'm not a fan of the song.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to make myself clear. Okay. So
that's it.
So I guess that's it for this episode of Old Roommates.
Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to Old Roommates on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and wherever you listen to podcasts. And give us a rating or review while you're there. And if you have an idea for the show, a suggestion, comment, email us at oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Old Roommates. This is Christina.
And this is Brian.
Thanks again for listening. Till next time.